don't know who I am without the 50s. I know it's stupid, but I wanted this my whole life. I dreamed of a kitchen like this, of a husband coming home wearing a hat. Finding you and finding out you wanted all that too. I was so happy.
Are you happy now?
Not with things being like this. No, of course not. Most of the time, I'm happy just being. And I tell myself it doesn't matter if I've got no stories to tell you, because a good wife listens more than she talks. But I've got that wrong, haven't I? From everything you've been saying, that's not what you want. But why do I have to change to make this work? What are you doing? And if the 50s is really me and I stop, then what does that mean? Denying myself. I mean, I asked my mother the hypothetical version of this, and she'd say, leave him. If he doesn't let you be with you, then walk out. But I can't be a housewife by myself, can I? Woman quits job to become her own wife. That's ridiculous. And more than that, if I don't know who I am without the 50s, I don't know who I am without you even more.
Oh, Dolly.
My dear, I've been shopping till I'm dropping.
Quite unguarded, she deposits her shopping on the table and sits down with them.
My feet are nearly off. My throat's parched. I thought of having tea in Spindles, but I was terrified of missing the train. Oh dear.
This is Dr. Harvey.
How do you do?
Would you be a perfect dear and get me a cup of tea? I really don't think I could drag my poor old bones over to the counter.
He gets up. She half-heartedly gets her purse, but he refuses.
No, please.
Dolly turns to Laura, eyes ablaze with delight.
Dear, what a nice-looking man. Who on earth is he? You're quite a dark horse. I shall telephone Fred in the morning and make mischief. This is a bit of luck. I haven't seen you in ages. I've been meaning to pop in, but Tony's had measles and I had all that fuss over Phyllis. But of course you don't know. My dear, she left me.
Oh, how dreadful.
Mind you, I never cared for her much, but Tony adored her. I'll tell you all about that later in the train.
Alec returns carrying Dolly's tea, with sugar in the spoon.
Thank you so very much. There's certainly enough milk in it, but still, it'll be refreshing. Oh. Are you coming to the Lady Anne's coronation?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I've arranged everything. The last detail is for you to show your support in public.
As things are, I can't afford a new coat.
Your friends had a collection.
This is from you?
You think you have no friends?
I don't know, Thomas. I have to walk my own path.
Turn up, bow, smile, and the thing is done. They're married. She will be queen. She's carrying his heir. Accept it.
Now that is a threat.
It's a warning. Friend to friend.
Who are you, Cromwell?
Blacksmith's boy.
You would sell yourself to the Turk if the price were right.
Tell me, Mrs. Fawcett, have we met before?
Mr. Byron, you know full well who I am. We've met many times.
I knew it. I never forget a face.
We met in Salisbury Magistrates' Court 3 years ago when I gave evidence against you in the dispute with my colleagues Pat Pickles.
Pickles.
You trespassed on Mr. Pickles' property, verbally assaulted him, stripped him bare, gagged him and locked him in his shed.
Well, it's not ringing any bells.
He was in there without food or water for a week.
Pickles, short, bold, shifty bastard.
Mr. Pickles has high blood pressure, sir. He had no access to his medicine. He lost 2.5 stone. He was severely dehydrated. He could have died. By the way, I went into American Express yesterday.
Oh?
Yes. Went to cash some travellers' checks. You get a much better rate there, you see, than you do in a hotel.
Do you?
Yes. Anyway, there was a letter there for you. They asked me if you were any relation, and I said yes, so they asked me if I wanted to take it. I mean, they gave it to me, but I said no, I would leave it. Did you get it?
Yes.
Suppose you popped in when you were out shopping yesterday evening.
That's right.
Oh well. Glad you got it. To be honest, I was amazed that they suggested I take it. It could never happen in England, but these Italians, so free and easy. I mean, just because my name is Downs and your name is Downs doesn't mean that we're the Mr. and Mrs. Downs that they in their laughing Mediterranean way assume that we are. We could be, and in fact are vastly more likely to be, total strangers. So let's say I, whom they laughingly assumed to be your husband, had taken the letter, having declared myself to be your husband, but in truth being a total stranger, and opened it and read it, out of nothing more than idle curiosity, and then thrown it into a canal. You would never have received it and would have been deprived of your legal right to open your own mail. And all this because of Venetian je m'en foutisme. A good mind to write to the Doge of Venice about it.
She's not angry with me, is she?
Allow me to inquire.
I think perhaps you shouldn't.
Gostaria de saber, señora, se você está irritado com ele.
Irritado? Eu? Irritado? Irritiola? Pareço irritado? Estou tão furiosa que peço me dus para golpearlo e queimar suas entrañas para enviarlo en inferno onde el diablo puya banquetado con mis restos carbonidáceos. Sí, estoy irritada. Estoy furiosa.
She says, yes. You have brothers and sisters you're responsible for.
I didn't bear them. I didn't choose them.
They need a mother.
But this is who I am. You gave me this chance. You've shown me the world. I never knew what I wanted before I came here, and now I've found it. I've seen what the world is and I'm learning. I've learned who I am. Don't take that away, please.
Mrs. Welsh.
I'd rather kill myself. I'll throw myself under the train.
Please don't make this any more difficult than it needs to be.
Because of where I'm from, isn't it? Because I'm not like them. Because I needed help.
You know perfectly well that's not true.
You only want respectable girls from respectable families, not slummers drudge like me.
Don't you dare suggest that.
But it's my life, Mrs. Welsh. I'm going to be a teacher and I understand people. I've lived. Please. This is my only chance. It's a difficult thing, this, you know that. I'm sure you appreciate this. It's always difficult when faced with the need to downsize, when faced with the need to conduct a cull, if I can put it like that, which I think I can. In fact, I think that's quite a good word for what we're doing. It's a cull to save the species, by which I mean the rest of us, from extinction. So anyway, I've been having these meetings with each team face to face to ask a few questions, and get the sense hands-on, so to speak, as to who should go, you understand? I don't believe in doing this through staring at a graph or just sales figures or whatever, however impressive they may be, because when it comes down to you two...
Free.
What?
Nothing.
When it comes down to it, we're people, aren't we? All of us, every single one, and we should be treated as human beings.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Not simply product. And it helps me too. I mean, already from being here, from being face to face in person, I've already drawn some conclusions, and I'm going to be quite honest in this interview, I hope you don't mind, but I'll tell you what they are. Isabel uses her looks to compensate for a certain amount of insecurity. Tony comes from a privileged background, I think, from the way he ties his tie, from his shoes, from the way he speaks to me. He's used to schoolmasters. He's had a private education, unlike... What was your name?
Thomas.
Tom, who is most definitely a comprehensive boy. Comp boy done good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But when it's survival of the fittest, I'm afraid there's no room for quotas or positive discrimination or worked his way up or anything like that. It's simply about performance and presentation. Presentation is important. You can quote me on that, please, too. Tom, you have a stain on your jacket.
Oh.
You should have worn your best one. After the party, after the guests have gone, you and I, dear little Pantalaimon, will sit down quietly and I'll tell you about the work that I want you to do for the General Oblation Board. You're going to be, oh, so much more useful to it than any grown-up could be. You'll be meeting other children less well off than you, and you'll be giving them the chance to travel. Will I go to the Arctic? If you do well, there will be lots and lots of reasons for you to go there. That's something to look forward to, isn't it?
Pantalaimon signals no.
Yeah. So that's a promise. Now, are you looking your best, I wonder? Up on your feet?
Lyra stands and Mrs. Coulter inspects her from a distance.
Not bad at all, but not the shoulder bag, of course. Will you take it off, please?
The golden monkey paws the shoulder bag.
Well, I got to. I really like it. It's the only thing I've got that belongs to me.
But Lyra, it looks absurd to wear a shoulder bag in one's own home. Take it off.
No!
Stamps her foot.
I'll ask you one more time. Take off that bag and never stamp your foot again, either in my sight or out of it.
Come on, Pan, let's go.
She's about to go. The golden monkey springs onto Pantalaimon, pinning him down to the ground. Lyra feels pain.
Stop hurting us, please!
Oh. I think you'll find that once you remove the bag, he'll let you go.
Lyra takes off the bag. The golden monkey releases Pantalaimon.
Thank you. Kiss me. Now, have the caterers brought enough ice, do you think? Warm drinks are horrid.
Sir.
Lady Catherine de Bourgh. Indeed I am, sir. I have been treated with such affability, such condescension, as I would never have dared to hope for. I have been invited twice to dine at Rosings Park.
They are not impressed.
Teenagers, again.
I hate Halloween.
Man, this is the worst night of the year.
Oh, come on, lads, get moving. What's the reading? All right, let's soak 'em right up. We're going for it. Hang on, Miss Trudy.
We will fight for you.
Swear it.
The wild man removes a knife from his belt, places the blade against his hand and cuts deeply.
We'll die for ceremony.
I hate Uncle Jamie.
Brian looks.
So there you are. I might have known you'd end up like this. To think of all the love and affection I've wasted on you. Well, if that's how you treat your poor old mother in the autumn years of her life, all I can say is, go ahead. Be crucified. See if I care.
I want some chocolate, please.
Milk or plain?
Plain, I think.
The express train rushes through, creating an almighty racket, rendering their exchanges almost inaudible.
Or, no, perhaps milk would be nicer. Have you anything with nuts?
Nestle's nut milk?
I'll take one plain and one nut milk.
Large or small?
Large, please.
Now you listen. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Now go away.